Yo, what's up? This your boy Dash Cash with the good gas in the motherfucking podcast. Back here for another week, episode 4. Shit, we coming knocking at your door. Sorry, nah. but yeah, y'all here at the podcast where we say whatever we want to say. More Life Mondays. So starting off this week, I want to start with a quote every single week. Shit, it might come from whoever, you never know. But this week it's coming from Minister Nuri Muhammad of the Nation of Islam. He said, "A true divine man has three different sights: hindsight, foresight, and insight." That's powerful. I ain't never really think about that, and I'll take a deeper dive into that a little bit later into the podcast. But let's go ahead and get into it.
More life, more everything. More life, more everything. More life, more everything. More life, more everything.
So I'm feeling good today. She just got off work. My little 9 to 5. Tired of working at that shit, man. Dumbass motherfuckers working there. I work at the grocery store. I ain't gonna necessarily name drop, just in case. I don't want people fucking they shit up because it's a shitty store. And if you really knew what go on there, the people wouldn't shop there. For real, for real. But I swear, just dumbass people from the management on down. They do shitty training. I swear half the employees there, they do not know how to work. And I feel like my work ethic is above and beyond motherfuckers. I mean, I pretty much can do whatever I want to in there, get away with whatever because I'm such a great worker. And that's no disrespect to them, but they shitty managers. Like, they nice people, but it's certain things when you get into that manager position, you gotta be handling the shit the right way. And they so unorganized as well. It makes no sense. They pawn off shit on other people. One manager pass shit down to the next one, and then she got a best friend that she, I don't know, she a shitty worker too. But they get away with whatever, complain about people doing shit while they still doing the same shit. And I'm tired of that shit. So y'all please help this podcast blow up so we can be making that money. We trying to get that cheese over here. What else this past week? Oh, check out Since It's Not Up to Me by my nigga Lizard. I seen he dropped that on Amazon the other day, but I'm pretty sure it's on Amazon Music, iTunes, SoundCloud, uh, probably Tidal, Spotify, whatever. Cause he typically put that shit up on everything. Follow him too on Instagram, LYZRD. Uh, Check that shit out. He kind of got like a rock rap type blend when it comes to the music, and he on my homie Sir Quest's last project, E5. He on a song called Backwoods. Check out that E5 too if y'all haven't already got around to that. Um, but yeah, so yeah, we dealt with the Franks and Beans ass motherfuckers this past week at my job. Them is zoning me out. What else? My son, man, he been tweaking. He only about to be 4 later on this year, but that nigga been tweaking, and that's where he feels so entitled. He demanding. Like this motherfucker, he always be talking back, and it's crazy I'm calling my son a motherfucker, but this little motherfucker, he always be talking back, thinking he could boss around whoever. Like I feel it though, he trying to mimic, the boss ass niggas that he see, But he need to know, you ain't no OG yet. I know he only a youngin', but he ain't no OG yet. Had to put him in this place. He told me, yeah, go get me chips. Go give me something to drink. I'm like, hold on, wait. You better ask for that shit. I told him, all the thing you gotta do is just say, Dada, can you give me some chips? Can you give me something to drink? This little nigga sat there crying for 20 minutes. Cause he got so much pride. He can't ask for that shit. I'm like, bro, for real, you gonna sit there and just cry about that shit? He like, I'm like, you can't just ask for it? No. I'm like, well, why not? I'm like, well, you ain't getting shit. You gotta teach your kids, man, that being kind is kind of key, and you gotta ask for things. You can't just come in and take it. If you try to take for the motherfucker that's stronger than you gonna get fucked up. And obviously, in the kid's position, they ain't the strongest dad. They ain't the strongest mom. So shit, teach your kids to bow down. Really, they your own little slaves till they turn 18. So go ahead and take advantage of that shit while you got the chance. Um, what else? Also, bad behavior does not get rewarded. If your kid is acting up, do not reward their ass. That's the problem with most people. They think that you do something fucked up just because you don't get your ass whooped, you don't get no punishment and shit from your parents. They go along in life thinking that shit is fine. I do not want my son growing up thinking that shit. Cause it's only gonna get him fucked up in the real world. So I wanna start teaching him early. All my kids that I end up having, they always gonna learn dummy early. Uh, gotta let your kids know. Cause if not, they ain't gonna know where to go. Shit, motherfuckers be having me smoking so much. Like I be having to smoke extra dealing with my son ass, cause nerve wracking. I love him to death. I'd do anything for my son. And if he was gone, I don't know what I'd do. But this motherfucker made me smoke so damn much. Cause shit, it just be like, boy, stop talking. I wish like you could just hit the mute button. I need that motherfucking click remote like Adam Sandler had. Just boop on his ass. Um, what else? Don't get married. I could have said this later on for the unpopular opinion, but really this going in right now with my past week. And I ain't saying don't get married because shit, the woman that you might be getting married to, I love my girl. We gonna go ahead and tie the knot. But let me be more specific. Don't have no motherfucking big wedding, not even 100 people. Shit. And that's what we having. I don't even want that. I don't even fuck with people like that. I got my little close knit of friends and family that's cool for them to come. But also, I just don't really believe in spending money on that shit. But I'm gonna do it for my girl though, cause she worked for it. She been putting in that work, for the past years. And when you got that significant other, that's willing to do that shit, you gotta be willing to make them sacrifices too. Come from both sides, both angles. So ultimately, I ain't really got no issue with it. But it's just something to bitch about, for real. It give me something to bitch about. When we talk about spending money, that's the thing that men can bitch about. Shit, your girl out there shopping and shit. Now, if you the one cashing out, see, my girl, she spent her money because she worked. Like, my girl get it. She gonna go to work, spend her shit. But if y'all money together, you better tell her, slow that shit down. Slow that down. Because they gonna be tripping you go out there and get them new J's. You feel me? Yeah, enough about my past week though. Let's go ahead and get into some sports. This past week they had that NBA top 75 all time. I ain't really get to see the list. I'll probably check it out later and touch on it a little bit later in another one of these episodes or something. Of course, Michael Jordan was number one. I mean, that's pretty much always gonna be the unanimous decision when you ask somebody. I would have to say, I probably got to go with Bron number one. He was two on the list, but I'm going to have to choose LeBron number one. And that's only because the whole all-around game, when it comes to scoring, dishing the ball out with assists, getting rebounds, my bad, getting the rebounds, just helping your team win. Like, he does everything on the court, all the intangibles, so smart. Like, he can literally coach the team while he on the floor, but would put Jordan on a different level though. His scoring was like non-comparable. The only person that even came close to shooting jump shots like Jordan is my nigga KD. That's it. And KD not coming through in the clutch. Like, Jordan just had the will to fucking win. This nigga would not lose. Well, I mean, he did lose, but then he got Scotty, and he was all good. Once he got Scotty, he did not lose, cause he just was a beast. Like he had the intangibles to. I don't know, man. You just cannot stop this nigga at anything. He was determined to win, and you need that type of dog. I could have went with Kobe too. One of the top ones. I don't know. That's my dude, favorite player of all time. My son named after him and everything. But only thing that set Kobe apart was he had that Jordan mentality where he had that will to win, but his shots wasn't always falling like Jordan shit was falling. Kobe missed way more shots than Jordan, but Kobe, that's my nigga though. He definitely had the will to win. He was a monster, Mamba mentality. R.I.P. to him. Sad. Wish we had my nigga here still, cause his daughter was a beast too, and he was gonna groom her probably to be the greatest WNBA player of all time. She was gonna be on some whole another level shit. Uh, yeah, they had a few other people on there. I didn't really see the list though, for real. Uh, I seen they left T Mac off though, which is I don't know. I mean, there's been so many good people, but T Mac was that nigga though. T Mac was that nigga, and apparently they put like Bill Walton on there, and who else? Let me think of some scrub niggas. I mean, even Mello on there over T Mac. I don't know if Mello had a run where like as great as T Mac prime years. Like T Mac was compared to Kobe type shit. It was him versus Kobe type shit. Like I don't I don't see why he wasn't on there. And speaking of that nigga T Mac, he was also on the big podcast, that Shaq's podcast he got with two co-hosts. I can't remember their names. One female, one male. They just discussed a few things. One of them was T Mac was saying he was gonna get rid of his tattoos, and it's like Shaq and them had a problem with it. T Mac was saying that he just done grown up. He got the tattoos when he was young. He felt like he was immature when he got it. So now that he's in a different mind state, he might as well get them removed. Then I can respect it. You know, it's to each his own. I wouldn't get my tats removed. I got them for a reason. I plan on going to the grave with them. But if, you know, who knows? Maybe 10 years from now, I will feel differently. You never know. But the chick on there said some dumb shit to me where she was like, well, why would you get your tats removed? Like, I like a guy with tats that's doing this thing. It just gives me the smart thug vibe. Like, and she, as soon as she said that, I was thinking, what the fuck? But T-Mac said the same shit, like, the fuck? Like, he was like, well, I don't want my kids looking at me as a thug in any type of light, which is true. Like, why would you even want to fuck with a thug? Because shit, a thug, it don't matter what color it is, but basically a nigga that's dressed sloppy, kinda. I would go with that. Pretty much gang banging. Don't give a fuck about shit. He don't care about you. He don't care about his people. He'll put anybody in danger type shit. It just, I don't know. It's really hard to define. There's so many definitions to it. But Shaq was agreeing with her pretty much. Same thing with Bro that was on there. I'm just like, man, these motherfuckers they tripping. That's the problem with people. I would never push the thug image. Like, I'm cool on that. That's a dangerous lifestyle. And shout out to the niggas that want to be thugs out there. I don't want no issues with nobody. But you know, that's a lifestyle I can't push. But they discussed other things too. They was talking about the Spurs. Back in the day, Shaq said that Ginobili and Parker wouldn't be shit without Duncan. I'm like, I don't know. Like, Parker was that nigga. He was the Finals MVP one of them years. I think when they swept Bron back in '07. I think he was the Finals MVP. So it's just like, what the fuck is Shaq talking about? He tripping. He was shitting on them niggas. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, that's just opinions. Can't really prove none of that shit. It's all opinions. It's not factual. Shaq bought Reebok. That's another thing. I never knew that Shaq had bought Reebok. That's what's up. Shouts out to him. You know, salutes. That's a major move. I know T Mac. He says he's starting his own one-on-one league, so be checking out for that. So I know I'm gonna watch that shit. I like to see one-on-one basketball. He said he knows some of the best street hoopers. He gonna try to get some NBA players to play with him because he said these dudes will bust NBA players' asses. He said it don't matter who it is. Could be KD, Kyrie, anybody. They'll bust their ass. So I want to see. Definitely. I'm gonna be looking for that. What else? DeMar DeRozan. They talked about him, and I mean, I heard a little bit about him in the race for the MVP. A little bit from Sports Center. They was talking about it. I haven't really seen his game too much this season, but I've heard a lot about what he's been doing. He's been balling out. Um, Only thing is, I've known DeMar DeRozan to be a scrub when it come to like the pressure moments. He always been solid. He would have been good on the Lakers, my squad. But he would have probably choked though under pressure. But who knows? He would have been playing like the third scoring role. So who knows? But he choked when they used to play against Bron when he was on Toronto. He was choking on the Spurs. I think the Spurs had to play the Lakers one of the years he crumbled. I don't know. He played Bron. It's over. But we'll see. I think Joel Embiid probably should get MVP though, cause he been balling out this season. I don't know how many games he missed though, cause typically he have some sort of injury. So we'll see how that go. What else for sports? LeBron and his son. Speaking of the Lakers, I know LeBron was talking about he might go back to Cleveland when his contract run out with the Lakers, which I mean, Ohio native, you know. But I ain't tripping on the Cavs, man. Fuck them. They be boo boo most years, and Cincinnati niggas they not tripping on Cleveland for real. So we'll see. Also, he said he gonna play with his son. It don't matter where his son go. He said money don't mean shit. He gonna be signing with whatever team his son play for, which that'll be the season 2 after his contract runs out with the Lakers. So we gonna see what Brian does in the next couple of years because he getting close to retirement. And they said at first they was reporting that it was tension between him and the Lakers front office, but turned out to be all cap. Rich Paul came out and said, shit, you don't know where the report's coming from, but shit, cool. He ain't really got no issues, cause I don't want no fucking issues. And speaking of issues, Juwan Howard. I forget what team he coached for, but I seen he socked the fuck out of somebody else coach. Like, y'all gotta pull that clip up, search up that Juwan Howard fight. Like, and apparently that ain't the first time he had to throw hands with a nigga out there. But his team got strapped. The next thing you know, they going down the lines. Like at the end of the game, I played football, so we had to do this all the time too, where the teams shake each other hands at the end of the game. They was doing that. I don't know. Juwan Howard and the other coach started jawing at each other, and next thing you know, Juwan Howard just doop, and then everybody just started brawling. You see Howard boop. One more time, I was like, damn. But that first punch connected. That second one ain't really do shit though. But that nigga got a high head. He got to chill back, cause they gonna get his ass up out of there. I know he got suspended, but I like his players was sticking up for him though. You see all his players basically finna throw hands too. I think one of his players did, and they was jacking up niggas from the other team too. And that's what you need as a coach. Like, I've been thinking about when my son get older and he playing that little league basketball. I definitely want to coach. And when I'm cussing out them other niggas on the other side, cause my team getting strapped, I'm gonna need my little team to step up too. Might be off for sports.
Ring, 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 ring.
Callbacks.
So this week we got a new segment that we starting called Callbacks, where I'm gonna be touching back on different topics and things that I was speaking on in the past weeks. Last week I was talking about how different celebs was using blackface. So shit, one of the biggest celebrities out there, Mickey Mouse, started and originated from blackface. It was the talk down and shit on black people. If I ain't mistaken, Walt Disney, he's a known racist. I know he was back in the Nazis. He was against the Jews too. Shit, he had plenty cartoons going against blacks, Jewish people, whoever. Um, what else? It's a minstrel show, basically though. So like how you would see the white people dress up, throwing the black face. They got the pink lips and all that shit, dancing around, basically putting out the worst stereotypes of black people. Mickey Mouse was basically doing the same shit. You could look at the old cartoons from back in the day. I believe they still on YouTube. Of course, Disney not gonna have them up on there because they can't support that shit. People would not fuck with Disney Plus if they had that racist shit on there. Mickey Mouse started off. He got the black skin. You see, what else? Mice, rats, vermin. Don't nobody want to fuck with no mice. So shit, they basically calling us rats. They did the same thing to the Jews too. What else on callbacks? Russia invading Ukraine. I talked about that a little bit last week. I didn't really get to dive in too much because I ain't know too much information on it. Still don't know a lot because shit is being updated every minute, every second. But from what I've seen, Russia, they did invade the Ukraine. Russia's trying to get them. They feel like the sovereign states are trying to lead the Ukraine. So they might as well go ahead and add them to Russia. I used to think Ukraine was a part of Russia, but shit, I don't know. I guess not. I know a couple years ago, when Obama was still in office, I believe Russia took over Crimea. I'm not exactly sure where that's at. But you see now that the Dems is back in office again, Russia's moving in, taking new places. So are the Dems really working with them? Are they the ones in cahoots? Shit, probably gotta watch out. You see shit don't never get done when they're in office. But this is the group that the people vote for. I don't vote at all. Like, so, shit, I'm not on either side. Fuck politics. But this is the group that y'all people vote for. These is the motherfuckers y'all want in power. And they don't do shit. They clearly working with the other side. I already talked about the Hillary shit. She was really the one that was paying the Russian people to hack the election in 2016. And she was the one running for y'all. So shit, y'all need to stand up, hold these motherfuckers accountable. Shit, start outing these motherfuckers. Stop being scared just cause y'all might get canceled over this shit. Fuck that shit. That's all though for callbacks. Quick hits this week. We got Minister Farrakhan. He was speaking. His speech was called Swan Song for Savior's Day. I believe it's his last speech that he was going to be giving, or he might give another one. But he pretty much was, it seemed like to me, bowing out the game, turning it over to somebody else, somebody younger. Probably because he's getting older. Just need to relax, chill back. I only got to catch maybe like the last 30 minutes because I woke up late. But he was talking about some deep shit, talking about the vaccinations and shit, and kind of led me to thinking how the people that are vaccinated, those are the ones that can travel. So, and those are the people that can join the United States Army. So if we do go to war, the ones that's vaccinated, shit, I feel sorry for y'all. Y'all finna get shipped the fuck out. You see over there in the Ukraine, shit, they said can't no men leave that's age 18 to 60 because they finna put them in the war. They need to be there to fight. Now, I don't know what the age group is gonna be here, but y'all men out there, women too, shit, the trans that want to be men and shit, no offense to y'all, but shit, y'all is finna get tossed out there too, to the wolves. Y'all on the front line. But if you older though, it's all good. Shit, you'll be able to stay at home. They ain't gonna send you out, of course. It would be pointless. Get no old person fighting no war. They'll break down. What else? Got a white man named Jared Redfield. He now identifies as black. It's crazy. But I guess people could do whatever. His whole thing on it, his philosophy was if a man or woman can look down at their private part and identify as something else, so shit, you know, a nigga looking down at his dick, he can identify as a bitch, or a bitch looking down at her cooch, she can identify as a dude. Shit, he said he can look at his skin, see he a white man, and identify as black. He said he grew up around black people, he fuck with black culture, music, all that shit, so, you know, to each his own. I don't fuck with it. Nigga still white to me, but he changed his race and ethnicity and all that shit on Facebook Gaming to black, and apparently they've been fucking with him on there or something. I don't know. They shut down his account and some other shit. I don't know. I ain't looked too much into it. I heard that shit from the Breakfast Club though. What else? KinderCare in Plantation, Florida. They left a 2-year-old alone. So the whole staff had left. What was it? The mother pulled up. I think she said she was about 10 minutes late getting her child. And when she got there, all the lights were off. Was there no cars in the parking lot? No nothing. So she trying to figure out, oh shit. She trying to figure out what's going on. Where her kid at. Next thing you know, she hear her kid crying from inside. Little baby start banging on the window and everything. I know I'll be heated. I'll be swinging on everybody. All the motherfuckers at the daycare, y'all left my son up in there? I'm beating ass. I know my girl will probably wild on their ass too. Anybody should wild out on these motherfuckers, but the whole staff need to get fired. Cause I don't see how you lose track of a kid, leave them there. That's your job, to be watching these babies. Shit, we giving them to y'all, leaving it in y'all hands. So y'all need to get that shit together. Everybody that work at these daycares, that's why my son not in daycare yet. Cause he ain't old enough to really tell me what's going on. Cause I don't trust y'all motherfuckers. Either you got people that work there that's gonna leave your kid unattended so the kid get fucked up. You got people that work there that's whooping these kids' asses. I seen videos where the adults, they beating on these kids and shit. You got motherfuckers touching on kids and shit up there. You just can't trust these niggas that work at these daycares. Men and women. It's fucked up. It's foul. It hurts my heart. Lastly, on Quick Hits, I seen an interview with this nigga named Gene Deal on there. He used to work with Bad Boy and Diddy and everything, but he been giving insights. He said Diddy, shit, he used to do some crazy shit back in the day. He invited Tupac girl out to the club and shit, and he was trying to have drinks with her, but what she was finna drink, he wasn't drinking, and she didn't know that the drink was his piss mixed with ginger ale. And shit, but she was finna take it to the head to somebody that told her, nah, chill, but apparently that was Diddy's way of just embarrassing you, making you look like a fool for fucking with the other side. But this same girl, though, I think it was Quincy Jones' daughter, she set up the party where Biggie was killed afterwards. And really, this could go in the whole conspiracy theory section, but apparently she set up the whole vibe party where Biggie was shot at after that. So that could have some connection. She probably orchestrated that shit. Maybe she felt like they did get Pac killed, and that was her dude. So I don't know. She probably was pissed. Also, shit, if you gotta drink piss, I'll be pissed too. That's all though. For Quick Hits. Next up, we got entertainment. So, pretty much all this past week, it's been hella beefs and verses going on. We got Godfrey versus T.I. Godfrey was mad that the comedy club that he performed at and he headlined at allowed T.I. to get on after him. And from what I've heard always throughout the years, if you headline, you supposed to go on last. And nobody follows unless, like, it's probably somebody that you respect. And Godfrey's whole thing is, shouldn't nobody that's worse than him at comedy, somebody that just started doing that shit, should not be coming up there after him when he headline. I could feel it. Because as a performer, and I only performed a few times, whoever the main nigga is that's popping, the headliner, I feel like they should go last. You say the best for last, always. Unless it's somebody that you respect, you would have them come out there probably for a feature or something. But in the sense of comedy, maybe if it was Chappelle or like Chris Rock or something like that, he probably would have let them close, which essentially would be the whole feature thing. So I don't know. Ti was popping off. He was tripping, mad. I don't know. You need to understand, you a rapper, nigga, not a comedian. So stay in your lane, stay in your place. You not no popping ass comedian. Your jokes not even all that funny. You ain't got that shit down pat. So you need to chill back. Also, we got Tory Lanez versus Meg the Stallion. I seen they finally went back to court, and apparently the fingerprints and everything was non-conclusive. Tory Lanez fingerprints wasn't found on the gun, no nothing. So Meg been lying this whole time. I seen the tweets coming out and shit. She tried to put out messages from Tory Lanez where he was apologizing, but he said shit. He was apologizing that he was fucking her best friend too. Which, shit, that shit crazy, but you know how life go. Definitely that celebrity life. I'm pretty sure they run it through. But he said he only apologizing because Good Dick broke up a relationship and a friendship. And I think they said also that the gun, though, was underneath the seat that was by her friend. So shit, her friend probably the one that shot her. Also, ain't nobody taking Meg's side. The people that was in the car, the people that was at the party, ain't nobody fucked with her. Like, shit, it's time to get that hot girl shit the fuck up out of her. Cause the music trash, at least to me, I don't fuck with it. But I know the females fuck with it. Shit is for them. So, shit, it's not made for me. She got some catchy tunes, though. I'll give her that, though. Shit, you probably can jig to that shit. I ain't gonna lie. Shit, some of the beats, they hit. I can't lie. But as far as the lyrics, boo-boo. And motherfuckers write for it. So, shit, trash. Just trash. Get that shit up out of here. Was it Angela Yee was over there capping for her on the Breakfast Club. She was saying, even if she was lying or whatever, she still went through trauma, so you shouldn't be coming at nobody that went through trauma. The fuck? Like, nah, bitch, you lying on other people, like you ruining motherfuckers' careers. Tory Lanez shit wasn't even getting pushed by the streaming services because the Meg the Stallion shit. So for Yee to even be saying that, and she stayed capping for these females out here. It's like she's so biased at this point. I used to fuck with her when I first started listening to the Breakfast Club. And I don't want this to ruin my chances either of getting on there one day. So, you know, no disrespect to Angela Yee. But, you know, she got to get rid of some of them biases. And I know we all got them, but when you got such a large platform like that, can't be pushing that bullshit. Academics, she was in it though too. I seen he chimed in. He was going at Meg the Stallion because he was mad that he put out the court documents. He already had them. She said he was lying, but apparently it's the truth. She deleted her tweets because she's trying to get him banned from Twitter right now and shit. Which is, you know how celebs do when you that big. Shit, you start working behind the scenes doing bullshit. You hear about that shit all the time. What else this week? Entertainment. Seen Trey Songz. He got more allegations coming out against him. I think he been raping bitches. Apparently, that's what they saying. And they said there's multiple girls on the low coming out with the same exact story. And then they said it start off with he be trying to get the girls to come back, and apparently he getting pegged in the ass, which is gay. I mean, I have been hearing that Trey Songz was gay for years. Shit, I know my girl say that nigga gay. But I don't know. Shit, he always talked about fucking girls. Shit, I don't know. Maybe he's swinging both ways, but shit. Nonetheless, he gotta chill though. If he been beating these bitches, raping these bitches, I don't know. Shit is crazy. Nigga, you too famous, too popping to be doing that shit. You get that shit with ease. The fuck you raping hoes for? And apparently, it's basic bitches. Nigga, you ain't even raping bad bitches. Come on now. Shit is ridiculous. You can't be doing that. If you raping motherfuckers, you definitely deserve the worst and harshest penalty, period. But if you got that much power and fame, why is you wasting it on some motherfucking basic ass bitches? Nigga, you tripping. Tripping. What else with the verses though? We got Isaiah Rashad versus TDE Punch. That nigga Punch put out there that shit, y'all don't, what'd he say? Y'all niggas must really hate women, specifically black women or whatever. Uh, Apparently that was going at Isaiah Rashad. Shit. I don't know too much about it. I heard Isaiah Rashad had the sex tape like a couple weeks ago where he was getting head, but I didn't know he was giving head too, and I didn't know that shit he happened to be doing it with a dude, which is gay. But he been beefing with the label, so TDE Punch said shit y'all niggas really don't like women. I don't know, coming at him and shit. Isaiah Rashad, shit. I ain't never heard his music, so I don't know if he fire or not. Better just come back with the fire music. It's the only way to get around the gay shit. I don't know. I ain't heard too many people talking about it. It seems like these days that shit is acceptable, so he shouldn't really have too much to worry about as long as the music hit. Don't worry about what nobody's saying. Kanye, I forgot to talk about him. Shit, it's always some news on that nigga Ye. You got the new documentary, that Genius. I haven't got to check it out yet, but from what I heard, that shit fire. My nigga Quest, he said episode's been phenomenal, so I'm gonna check it out one of these days. What else? That Donda 2 came out. I ain't heard shit from it. I probably won't listen to it. I ain't listened to the first Donda. Because Ye fell off musically. I just can't. My bad. I just can't fuck with this shit for real. It seemed like his heart not really into the music, and then also when it's just more and more comes out that all his songs be written by other people and shit. I don't know, it just seems so fake, phony, inauthentic, and I don't really fuck with music like that. That's inauthentic and shit. I'm cool on that. He got the stem player though. So if you bought that, I think it was like $200. You could have had that shit early. I believe Down to 2 now is on streaming services, so you might be able to hear that shit on there. But the stem player, I don't know, they waxing, but I fucks with what it do, cause you can separate just the vocals. You can have that playing, so you could take the beat out, and you only hear nothing but vocals. You can take the vocals out. You ain't got nothing but the beat, and then you can even go down to just the beat where you got nothing but the drums playing. You got nothing but the piano playing. You got nothing but the guitar playing in it. I like the way that it can separate those different things. And apparently it's a speaker too, from what I heard. So it says better than Alexa speakers. So shit, it might be worth the buy though. I think he said he's trying to get other artists to join on, so people they can get whatever album early. I'm guessing shit. If y'all into that, I could really care less. I could wait till the shit come out, or I could find that shit online somewhere. I'm pretty sure somebody got that shit uploaded somewhere already. But check out that Donda 2 though, y'all. He got a new girlfriend too. His new girl kind of look like Kim. She built like Kim, if you know what I mean. Said shit, he got a type for sure. Definitely got a type. We'll see how long that shit lasts. Cause the Julia, what's her name? Julia Rhodes something. Julia Fox, that's her name. Shit didn't last long, but also that relationship seemed fake as hell anyways. He just was doing too much. Like, when you see a nigga online doing too much, that's how you know that shit is just for the clout. Just for the fame. Shit. Just to keep his name out there, promotion for the CD. He had his listening party where he was performing. I seen the audio was fucked up on that. He fired some motherfuckers. Shit. That shit right there probably just a part of the plan to have his story going out there more and more. Shit is just more of the same shit from this nigga Ye. But shouts out to the OG and shit. Just in case I ever beat that nigga. Put me on, Ye. Put me on. Get me up out of the grocery store. Cause I'm tired of working at 9 to 5. Song of the week. That nigga the baby. Him and NBA Youngboy. They dropped a song called Neighborhood Superstar. Shit was alright. I mean shit. I don't typically fuck with too many new niggas, but Youngboy though, he's straight. The baby, he's straight. I think they got an album come together. I'll probably check out that shit though, cause some shit I can jig to, some shit I can vibe to. Check out that Neighborhood Superstar though. If y'all ain't listen to that shit, I give it like a 7 out of 10. So that's all on entertainment though. Next, another new little segment that I'm adding in every single week called Quick History Lesson, where shit, it's a quick history lesson. Shit, I'm just gonna break down something for y'all. Shit, try to give out some information, but in my own little take though. So this week, and this really come from shit something a few people was saying to me about just they just use the term ghetto too much, and I don't know, that shit it done became cringy to me kind of over the years, cause I just feel like the term ghetto is associated with like the worst blacks or like the worst situations, but it's probably from what I learned in school, and the term comes from back in the day. I think it was like the 1500s. The Jewish people, they were regulated to just living in ghettos in the Muslim territories, where the ghettos they were divided from everybody else, so they can't get proper food, supplies, whatever. They're poor communities, stuff like that, and it's segregation basically. So once the English, Queen Elizabeth and all her people, her ancestors and shit, brought our ancestors over here, and we were able to get free after the Civil War, free shit. They still segregated us. They had us living in ghettos, basically the projects and shit like that. We're separated from everybody else. We still pretty much separated from the suburbs, just a little bit more integrated now, because blacks got more money and shit, but they still just tear us down legally and illegally. It's stuff built into the laws to keep us away. Just think we used to be looked at as what, like 1/4 of a man or 1/5 of a man, some shit like that. I don't know. It's just fucked up. But it's a quick little history lesson though. Next, let's go ahead and dive into these relationships. We gotta come with a little bit of relationship topics every single week. I was thinking about how these young hoes out here don't know how to cook, or a lot of them don't know how to cook, or they just don't cook. And I don't know, it might just be based on maybe how they was raised. Shit, I don't know. They don't do too much. Now, with that being said, though, it's also based on how your relationship set up. Maybe the girl don't really cook and the dude do, or whatever the situation may be. Shit, I've been in a relationship where the chick cooked pretty much all the time. Shit, I've been in a relationship where neither one of us cooking. We throwing that shit in the oven, for real. And right now, at the point that I'm at, shit, my girl cooks sometimes. I cook, I feel like most of the time. But also, come down to what she taught how to cook. I don't know. Yeah. Dang. We had a little bit of background interference, but it's all good, though. That shit is all good, though. But, shit, I'm pretty sure if I ask my girl to cook something, she gonna go ahead and get out there. But I let her cook, though, too. So I'm always whipping it up. But I see, like, some of my homies, they girl don't never cook nothing. They always forced to go ahead and do it themselves, or they go out to eat a lot. Shit, one of my niggas, shit, they stay going out to fast food joints. And I don't see how that's so much money, one, you gotta spend. I'm a cheap ass nigga, so I'm not spending on fast food like that. It's rare that I eat that shit, maybe once a month, and it gotta be Chick-fil-A, and there's probably some free shit, like, cause Chick-fil-A always dropping the coupons. But y'all gotta get in there and start whipping it up. Make some healthier options. Tell your girl to get in the kitchen. If she expect you to pay these bills and everything, cause these my niggas that girls expect them to pay the bills, cash them out, and do whatever. Tell that motherfucking bitch get in the goddamn kitchen and make some motherfucking food. Sorry, nah. But tell her get her ass in the kitchen though. What else? Shit. Let's see. Is getting your dick sucked by somebody else cheating? I got asked that earlier this week. No, shit. The way relationships set up these days is kind of crazy, unorthodox, non-traditional. But to me, shit, the relationship I'm in, yeah, getting your dick sucked, cheating. My girl cuss me the fuck out, wild out, all that shit, leave my ass. I had to be a stupid motherfucker to do some dumb shit like that. But if your girl the type that's cool with it, cause I know some niggas out there that's wildin' in these streets, but they girl, shit, they always come back. So I guess to them it ain't cheating. I guess if they on their period, what's wrong with a little, sucky sucky on the side? Side nah. But that shit, would you smash your girl while she on her period? For me, no. Back when I was a youngin', yes. I was a nasty nigga when I was young. But now that I'm older, I'm damn near 30. Shit. I'm too old to be doing that shit. Can't go. Can't go. I know some niggas that even eat the box while they on their period. Now you can just lick the top. Like if you wipe, go ahead and wipe that shit with a towel that outside. You can get just the top. What is it called? Like the vulva or some shit. I don't know. I don't know these women terms and shit. But you could just lick that. It ain't no blood right there. And they, still it get them more into the groove. But I'm cool on even that. It's shit traumatic situations I've been in. I ain't gonna dive on that today, but traumatic situations. It's just I'm cool. Definitely when I became single back in the day, I was single for a few years, so definitely ain't smashing nobody that ain't your chick on her period. Hell nah, can't go. What else? Can men have female friends and same thing vice versa while you in a relationship? For me and my girl, she don't want me to have no female friends, for real, shit. And I could understand at this point, like, if it was a new female, the fucking my friends with a new female for. If it was somebody that was already there around, like I could see. But at this point, if I did have a female friend, she got to be friends with my girl too. Like we all got to be friends. And if she had a dude friend, like if she, bruh, would have to come and chill with us, even if they being friends, just cause I don't trust these niggas out here. Like shit, I know for me, I had a female friend that I was not smashing. Like we had dated previously. But after we became just friends, I ain't want to smash. That shit gonna fuck up the friendship. Like I'm cool on that. But a lot of niggas ain't got that restraint. And shit, some bitches don't. Like I know females that ain't got that restraint too. But I trust my girl. But I don't trust these niggas. So she would not have no motherfucking men friends unless we all friends. And then that nigga gotta have a girl too. But then you never know. Cause shit, they both could be cheating at the same time. But I ain't even gonna throw that out there. I know my girl straight though. She wouldn't do your boy like that. That's why we getting married. That's already my wife shit. Fuck the marriage. We ain't even gotta walk down the aisle shit. I know that's my wife. Lastly, on relationships, I was watching Fresh Prince the other day, and I was just thinking, was Uncle Phil getting cucked out by that nigga Jeffrey? Cause it's one episode that nigga Uncle Phil started rubbing Vivian neck and shoulders and shit. She was messing with him, but she was like, "Oh, Jeffrey, go ahead and get in there." I'm like, "The fuck?" Then like shit. On another episode, Uncle Phil going off. Then he said shit. He got a butler who might be the father of his kid and shit. I'm just like, bruh, it's just. I never really even peeped that shit growing up. Like, and as many times as I watched that shit, I didn't even think about it. But Uncle Phil, I guess he was at work a little bit too much. And Jeffrey knew a little bit too much about the insides and the outs of his family. But that's enough on relationships for this week. On to the next section. Take a dive into my conspiracies before we wrap this little episode up. Here, let me go ahead and light the JJ back. Hold on. So, I was thinking, how come when black people talk, shit, we got our own little words like, or we might even put a twist on words like shit, people, white people, like if they saying something with a like cracker or something like that, they gonna drop a ER on there, or with a nigger, they drop the ER on there, but we gonna put that A on whatever. We ain't dropping that, or even thing. We switch that shit to thing. What is it? Thing. and shit. I'm fucking up my speed. We switch thing to thing, shit. It's many other different terms, but that shit is always classified as slang. But if you go to another place, like say Mexico, they speak Spanish, right? Technically, that would be slang for Spanish and shit that they be speaking because the real Spanish comes from the people that speak in Spain. That's the true dialect, but they call what the Mexicans do just dialect, not slang. It's all a difference, and I'm probably explaining it improperly. I know I'm fucking up shit, but it's just I feel like them calling what we say slang and not actually using the proper term like dialect or what is it, like just a different version of English. It's just another way to keep the black people down here in America because the main population call that shit slang, or just say that we don't know how to talk. They say we don't know how to enunciate and pronunciate. They say we don't have proper etiquette. But other places that shit is fine. Um, what else? Why is it fine to be hateful and judgmental to people that's like atheists or devil worshippers, shit like that? Now, I don't support that shit. I love God. I always, shit, I'm a true believer in God. Shit, nothing else. My faith will never break down. Nothing. It don't matter if I go through being extremely poor, shit, I could be on my deathbed, whatever. But, you know, shit, people that worship the devil, shit like that, cults, it's always fine to be hateful and judgmental towards them in the media. And, you know, I don't support it, but shit, that's their way of life. Who's to say that they're wrong in what they believe? Shit, it's no true way of being right or wrong. This shit is all made up. Don't nobody know truly what God wanted. Like when them people came along back in the day and they say God came to them and spoke, nigga, that shit was a dream or they was going off the drugs. Like, and that's just being real. Cause I could come to you tomorrow, say God told me this, God told me this, God told me this. And shit, who's to say that shit real or fake? You can't tell me that shit fake. Cause I know when I pray, I'm definitely talking to God. And God is talking back to me. So who are you to tell me what my shit is ain't real? And that's the same thing with them. Like, who are we to tell them that shit, what they got going on ain't real to them? Maybe the devil is granting them everything that they wanted. Shit. It's like you can't talk crazy about no trans people, gay people, shit, a lot of time about the politics. Can't talk crazy about the Democrats. Can't talk crazy about women. Shit. Many other things out there. Kind of the blacks too. Shit, you can't talk crazy about us for real unless you black. And even then, they cancel our own. So, you know, it's fucked up. It's fucked up. Lastly, conspiracies. This come from Minister Farrakhan and also Eddie Griffin page. It was talking about the people being vaccinated though. I expounded on it a little bit earlier, but take a deeper dive into it. He was saying like the big wigs like Gates and shit, like how come they're pushing the vaccine so much to the public. Like you never seen any other type of medication or anything that could really save people be pushed like this vaccine, like they've been doing it. I know personally, I could be watching whatever. They got commercials for the vaccine saying, yeah, I wish I would have got it. I wouldn't have killed my grandma, stuff like that. Like, and it say should make sure you save your loved ones, get the vaccine and shit. It's just for what? Like COVID ain't really what's even killing these people. It's the underlying issues. Like if you're obese, if you might have cancer, you could have AIDS, you could have respiratory issues such as like asthma, bronchitis, whatever, diabetes, shit like that. And COVID is just weakens your immune system. So at that point, you're gonna be fucked up, and the other shit that you got kills you. But not why not push the medication that people can take to help them with these issues? Why not push more healthy eating, healthy living, dieting, exercising? That's what everybody needs. Shit, push more eating these natural veggies, natural fruits, shit like that. You got to boost the immune system. Take vitamins, like push that shit more. People could be taking vitamins, boosting their immune system. It's like shit. It gotta be an underlying agenda with the whole vaccine, which to me I feel like in Minister Farrakhan was saying shit the population control. I could see it, shit. It's like Thanos in the motherfucking Avengers. He was a saying shit, he had to snap his finger, get rid of half the population because he's seeing his planet go to shit because it was overpopulated. No food, and you see shit. We got a beef shortage. They be talking about other vegetables like lettuce and shit like that. It's low because there's so many people. Chicken shortages, shit like that. It's too many people here at this point. But I mean, that's to them. Shit, to me, it's fine. I think we should just keep on growing and growing and growing life. We'll find a way to make it around it. I know I will for my family. No matter what, we gonna survive because they got me. Shit, I was taught by my mom. My mom a true soldier out here. And shit, the teachings that she got from Minister Farrakhan, shit, the Nation of Islam, my grandma, shit, whoever else that was out there, she done passed that wisdom on to me. I continue to get that from everybody. Also, check out Minister Farrakhan's speech, Swan Song. It was a speech for Savior's Day. I said I only got to watch maybe about like the last 30 minutes and then the feed cut off on my end. So I didn't get to catch the very end, but I'm pretty sure he was dropping gems. So I'm going to go back and watch that shit later. Check out Brother Ben X and Brother Rizza Islam because I'm pretty sure they got some good deep dives on it and everything. Because Minister Farrakhan is banned from YouTube, IG, all that shit. To me, he be speaking some real stuff. I don't agree with everything he say. And that's with anybody, any religion. I don't agree with everything. But everything that's out there that people be saying got some sort of truth in it. But yeah, shit. Vaccines. Shit. Stay away. Because they can be deadly. Very deadly. Might be all I got for today. Yeah, I think that's it. So, it's your boy Dash Cash. Be back here next week for more Life Monday, where we say whatever the fuck we want to say.
Hello world.
Hello world.
My name is Dash.
My name is Dash.
And I be smoking gas.
Smoking gas.
Sometimes I face it.
Sometimes I face it.
Sometimes I pass.